Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Collegiate Chess League Spring 2024 season presented by SIG. My name is Joe Lee. I'm the commissioner of the Collegiate Chess League, and today we're covering a Week 6 match here in Division 24. That's right, the lowest division in the entire league, team average rating cap at 825. And we have Spring Arbor University taking on University of Massachusetts Amherst. That's right, their 8th team. The match has already started. In fact, we have a results already here. Let's dive right in to round 1. Here we go. Spring Arbor. How are they doing? Phantom Menace getting a point against Happy Pancake. So I believe that is a point for UMass. Happy Pancake is actually, yeah, from Arbor. So point for Phantom Menace, actually. Let's dive into the other games. Here we have Helfin versus Clef F. Clef is Kyle. Helfin is Nolan. Nolan from Spring Arbor. Here with the white pieces. We have mate next, and there's no stopping it. So, yeah, not a good start here. We have a little bit of a windmill action, followed by a Botez Gambit. And with the rook in here, there's no stopping mate. So Helfin taking some time to realize it, to reel it all in, let the moment sink in. But mate is unstoppable, assuming Clef F finds it, and I assume they will. All right, king moves over, and now queen c2, a nice little mate there. Okay, we have 2 games left in this round. So point to Clef F, that's Kyle. UMish up 2-0. Here we have Denial, also probably known as Daniel. Daniel Khan, top board from UMish, looks to be getting beat up by SGK Chess. That's Sydney Knoll. And yeah, up an extra rook. So let's see here. Yeah, that's just a free rook in the corner. So Sydney not dropping that. Also playing not en passant. Dang, we missed the en passant. Close though. All right, let's look at the last game here. Okay, this is actually fairly even as far as things go. So yeah, dropping some pawns, but getting the pawns back. And now black is pushing their extra pawn. So this is actually a race here. Check. So black is looking good. This is Braden Todd, team captain, top board from Spring Arbor. Pawn check forces the king up. Or here, I guess. You can give a check to defend the pawn. I mean, you could self-mate. It's possible. I wish we had an extra pawn. Obviously, there's a check, which should be good. Rook here, though. Here, now king comes here. Maybe taking the pawn and going here would have been a good mate. But no. So rook maybe here, but no. Having to get behind here. Here's a check. King comes up. Now the pawn is a little frozen right now. The pawn is frozen. Cannot push. But white doesn't have any extra pawns to push. They give a check, but of course this pawn takes back with the check. Not a big fan of this. He's going up. He's trying to push on through. But we've given black another pass pawn. Here's a check. King forking these two. Rook's going after this guy. There's a check. The king should go back. The king goes forward, so now we can push here. This should still be for black. Okay, so white picks up a pawn. Down 2 still. Trying to hold on to this. King here. We can get this pawn now. Oh, here. Maybe rook here. Here, I'm still taking this. Yeah. And now king here, maybe rook here. Okay. Rook here. Makes sense. Maybe king here. Rook here. Interesting. Now the king can come in. Can this be held? This pawn's under attack. We can attack this. Trade. Take. If take, we're going to take this. So if push, then probably king here. And that's going to force a draw. Wow. So Earth Foods Co-op, able to hold it. Here, I'd go here, maybe. Or maybe you just go here. Or both are good. Here, and now we can give a check. King here, and we take. King here, though, is very interesting. So now we're forced here. Oh, we go here, of course. Why did I think that was forced? All right. Turns out they're better than me. All right, a draw there, and Sydney gets the win. So board 4, upsetting Daniel Kahn from UMass, and a draw between another board 4 versus board 1 matchup. Braden getting a draw against Adam from UMass. So overall, UMass up by 1, leading 2.5 to 1.5. It's a close match so far. All right, so waiting for round 2 to start. This is perhaps the most anticipated matchup all season. People have been dying to know how Spring Arbor is doing against UMass H. I actually don't even know where Spring Arbor is. Maybe someone could enlighten me. But if I look so far, Spring Arbor, they've had some close matches. They lost barely to the Hanging Rooks B team. And that is one of the international teams from Kurnool, India. They also lost 7-9 to Jabalpur, another Indian team. They did have a forfeit win versus Rutgers. Your money's on UMass. All right, and then their last match of the season is going to be against Swarthmore. Meanwhile, let's see how UMass has been doing. UMass also has a win against Rutgers. Rutgers D might have withdrawn. So, okay, both of these teams, don't tell me they're both haven't had a single win yet. That would be, frankly, impressive. Let me see. Division 24, Group B. Wow. Both of these teams only have forfeit wins against Rutgers D team. So neither of these teams have won a match yet this season. It is week 6. So one of these teams is guaranteed to get a win today. Their first match win of the season. It's happening here and now, live. Massachusetts with a lead. Can they hold on to it? The anticipation is building. We're going to put a prediction in the chat. All right, all 4 games have started for round 2. This is a big one here. Braden versus Phantom. Daniel Chow. 700 versus 600. All right, I see 500 points for Spring Arbor, 120 for UMass. Did South Florida end up winning yesterday? I think so. Honestly, the games are looking fairly even so far. Pressure here. Braden's up a pawn, so that's good. You went all in. Yeah, you lost them for sure. That was not good. Okay, we have early queen trade here. Going for the fork, a classic. And if you castle, you're going to drop that as well with check. Poker's really fun, though. Okay, rook here, protecting the pawn. I just start bringing the rooks in now. Or even, yeah, knight h4. That's annoying for sure. Okay, rook in, solid move here from Clef. Sydney with an upset win for sure. Against board 4 Daniel Kahn. So, okay, we're up to 1.3 thousand points for Spring Arbor. Only 229 for Massachusetts H team. Pawn push, kicking the knight away. As opposed to dancing the knight away. Perhaps. I think just taking is very solid, very sensible. Force the king not to castle, and then knight here trying to get in. Damaged pawn structure for white, but really good development otherwise. Let's check in on the other games here. We did see that knight capture the bishop, so the king will take back. Here we have a London system. Classic. Trade of the knights, dropping of the d-pawn. And, okay. Wow, giving up the knight for the rook. En passant, discover check. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves quite the match here. Oh, that's covered. Are they going to see that? The sniper bishop all the way from downtown. Knight here, though. This is a good fork, actually. 3 minutes for Earth Foods. That's Adam. Anything could happen. It's crazy. White grabbing a rook at the cost of a knight, but delaying castling. Such an important move. But yeah, I like Adam's not rushing into things, assessing the position and the possibilities, looking over all the options, as there's quite a few. Best is this, by far. But there's also this, annoyingly, which is crazy, a Bota's Gambit. We have queen takes, so immediately giving up the advantage in the position. Just a trade. Happy pancakes. Discovering against the bishop, developing here. Potentially pivoting on e2 for something. All right, predictions looks like they're about to be final. 1300 in Spring Arbor's favor, which is crazy considering Spring Arbor's down a point right now. You guys are all gambling on the comeback. So, okay, rook here, attacking the pawn, but that's forgetting about our sniper bishop. All the way in the corner. But Adam's not taking it back quite just yet. There it is. All right, that's a big piece to pick up off the board. So we're left with a knight and bishop versus a rook. And we immediately see the knight getting questioned. We can defend it. We can move it. Computer likes this move, which is interesting. All right, let's check out on some of the other games that we haven't looked at yet. Daniel doing well here against Helfen. Daniel lost in the first round as board 1. get his team still doing well, up a point. So, but yeah, he needs to get it together. He is winning. He is doing much better here. We have a big threat, actually. Yeah, this is going to be a forced mate. Perhaps. Or probably bishop takes, king here, bishop check, or takes here. Knight check is interesting. But yeah, it should all be good. You do have to watch out, actually. So king here. We can't just take this. If this, then yes, we take. King here is played. So this could swing, actually. If queen takes, who knows what happens. Very dangerous, actually. Bishop takes with a check. King to d8. We already have a result. A back rank mate from team captain Spring Arbor, Braden. Yeah, check. Sacrifice the queen. Oh man, rook takes. Oh, the queen covers this. Wow, here, and that's mate. Oh, brutal. First back rank mate we've seen. First full point for Braden. Ties things up here for Spring Arbor. Yeah. Bishop check, king goes over, and now you got to deal with this. Knight check, but now there's rook takes. Wow, and it's been played. And you best not take this back. There's this check you could give if you wanted to. I'm actually, yeah, takes king here. Yeah, knight f7. That was a huge miss, for sure. Rook takes, really nice move from Helfin. Ooh, that's not good. Takes here. King takes. Now we're crashing through. So rook takes was great, but the follow was not. Rook h8 mates. Daniel perhaps getting lucky there, but keeping up the pressure. Pretty much every move with check. Just blocking with the rook the second time. Not good. All right. I don't know if we've looked at this one. Oh, we could see our first stalemate. King here. Don't bring in the king. Whatever you do. 40 seconds to find mate in 3. You got to go here. Oh, perfect technique. Then bring the king in, and that's it. Yeah, don't go like here. All right. Earth Foods knows what they're doing. So they drew in the first round against board 4. Sorry, yeah. And then they win in the second round. So UMass board 4, perhaps secret weapon. No stalemate from them. They know the technique. All right, and here we see Clef F for UMass. Kyle looking to run home the H pawn, up an exchange and 2 pawns. Should be able to get the job done. Of course, barring any stalemates. But as we've seen, these players know what they're doing. Division 24, lowest division of Collegiate Chess League history. Pawn push, queening next move. Almost essentially no matter what. There's no knight move that could save it. You could try to distract the rook, but no. Knight near the king. That helps take away a lot of checking squares from queens. So we'll see. There might be some Rosen traps still. This game is far from over. Knight block. We could push our A pawn, giving a check. Knights also are notorious for forks. I don't think we'll see a fork in this game, but there's still very good chances for stalemates. So pawn push, king takes. There's no more pawn pushes for black. And this forces... rook takes pawn as mate. Mate in 1. Nope. Check, king back. Check, king up, only move. Here, knight moves. That's a weird check, but okay. King moves, queen can take the pawn with check. There's a check. King d2. Yeah, as long as the black pawn is still there, there's not going to be any... Okay. Check and block with the knight and hope they pre-moved this. Block with the knight here. Nah, that wasn't pre-moved anyways. Hope they do that anyways. No. You have 2 squares. Yeah, typically you want to try to get rid of the pawn, so don't take the pawn. Or don't flag too. 10 seconds. You could flag. There's no stalemates. There's 2 pieces. Don't flag. Oh my god. Rook here. So yeah, if the black pieces weren't there, this would be a stalemate. But of course there are the black pieces. I would push the pawn. Maybe here. Now we get mated. Rook e1. Don't flag. Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness. All right. Clef F. Kyle goes perfect. 2 for 2. And now we have 5.5 to 2.5 is the score. So a huge lead after 2 for University of Massachusetts. And reminder, both of these teams looking for their first points. They're getting forfeit wins from Rutgers, who withdrew, but they haven't beaten another team yet in this season. So this is week 6. Looks like UMass is knocking on the door, but match is far from over. We have the second half left. Rounds 3 and 4 yet to be played. About to start soon. But Spring Arbor, don't count them out. We could see anything happen, but this Massachusetts H team is looking good. They're looking good so far. They came ready to play. All right, here we go. Round 3 starting. Board 4 from UMass versus Board 3 Helfin from Spring Arbor. And I still haven't looked up where Spring Arbor is yet, so let me do that. It's in Michigan. All right, so it's a nice place. I've been to Michigan. Can't say I've been to Massachusetts. Haven't been there yet. Maybe one day. All right, here we go. D4, both knights out for black. White sticking to a London system. Nice and easy there. Let's check in with Clef F versus Braden. Braden Todd, top board captain for this Spring Arbor team. He's got the black pieces, rated 777. Finally, some relatable chess. Joe broke. Division 24, sub 1,000 rating average. The team ratings are capped at 825 for this division. You cannot go over 825 at the start of your registration ratings. The lowest division in Collegiate Chess League history being broadcasted here. This is a historical broadcast. Let us know where you're tuning in from and who you're rooting for. All right, we could see a queen trade. Pawn takes. Don't take again. That is defended. I don't know if I would say beginner, but they're all less than 825 rated for these two teams that are playing right now. The team average has to be less than that at the time of registration. Undercover GMs. This is the secret top division, actually. It's flipped around. Honestly, I feel like their openings are better than how we've seen Antipov play in Division 1. Don't tell him I said that. But we saw a4 rook a3 from Antipov. This could still be played. Hello, Kirby. All right, declining the knight trade, trying to get the knight in, but also offering a queen trade here. All right, queen trade. Rook takes back. Let me look at Daniel Khan's game. Whoa, who's using the 3D pieces? Man. Thank you, Kirby. All right, that's an attack on the queen, so queen's got to step back somewhere. King yet to castle still. Queen comes back to d3, gets attacked again. We could push up again. We can get attacked again. And go back again. Constant, give and go. Forward, backwards. There it is. One step forward, two steps back. Classic. Getting ready to castle though. All the way home. Keeping an eye out here and here as well, so that's good. Let's check in with Sydney. Both these players with the green boards. Oh man. What happened? We had the early queen out against... This is a French with like a fantasy twist. Queen check, pawn block, not what you wanted to do. Dropping both pawn and rook. Pawn here though, I'm going to take that. And see if I can get some counterplay. So, Phantom Menace being an absolute menace. Bringing the queen out early on move 4 for a fork. Winning a pawn and rook against a king that had pushed his f-pawn. So, knight out. We can develop our pieces. This bishop may be a little bit difficult as it's pinned right now. Okay, what else? We have this game. What's happening here? Queen takes with check. This is the one with the queen hopping all around. Queen in, takes with check. And now what? Here? This is a good pawn. Yeah, queen here is also very aggressive, actually. We still haven't castled. Neither player has castled. This is up a piece for white. Let's see, where did... We saw rook a3, so yeah, inspired. Hold on. Rook up, rook here. Why not take... Oh, we get forked. That's a nice tactic from him. So trade, and knight. Yeah, this was miscalculation, sacrifice on f2, but black gets another piece for it. Trading, saving the knight, taking. Yeah. So let's see if Clef can convert. Knight for 2 pawns. Should be good. All right, here. This rook just grabbing everything. So trade, takes, queen takes, queen pressure here and here. Bishop here, not addressing this. So queen takes c7. Played. Down a piece here as well. But only for 1 pawn. There goes the pawn. So up a straight piece for black. Yeah, Adam's a good player. So is Clef. Clef is perfect so far. Now he's up against top board Braden, who's gotten 1 draw, but looks like probably going to lose this one. Pawn takes doubles. Now king takes. And now pressure on the e-pawn. Not easy to defend. In fact, perhaps some would say impossible. Bishop here is a free piece. I was going to say that's a free one. Going after that base point, but nope. Braden's going to go down here. Unless a stalemate, of course. Always stalemate chances. Mopping up some pawns. Continuing to bring the knights in. Yeah, Adam gets the dub. We had, what, a Bote's Gambit? Queen takes, rook takes, and yeah, probably just missing the pawn's not there anymore, so that was unfortunate. All right. Blocking the C pawn. Stuck on Massachusetts top board here, Daniel. Queen check, rook block. Yeah, this rook is very importantly defended. So up a lot of pawns, Daniel, here against Happy Pancakes. Save the queen, of course. Queen takes, pressure here, and that would lead to a lot of pressure if you go here. Well, how do you get the rook in? Okay. Rook here, queen takes. Watch out. Yeah, you can't do this anymore. Queen back. Or push. I mean, that seems very risky. That seems risky. Rook here, you drop this. So rook here was not a good move. Daniel, low on time. Oh my god, missed it. Queen takes b2 is mate in 1. There it is. Happy Pancakes, the comeback. Their first point of the match. Massachusetts still up by 3, and we have some more results coming in. So Adam got their second full point. Clef takes down Braden. Is Clef 3 out of 3? That's impressive. So 7.5. Massachusetts looks like they're going to take this one home. And they could even win on this board here. Actually, they're doing it. Phantom Menace about to win the whole match with a round to spare. Unless there's a big blunder. But let's see how this... Yeah, we dropped this early. Yeah, and the bishop coming in. Taking this bishop. Rook check. Block. Queen takes here is just brutal. Knight takes, we can't even take back with the pawn. We're going to lose our queen. But at some point, you have to ask yourself, you know, how much do I have to save the queen by? Because otherwise you're giving up too much material. So here, this is just good chess from black. Last game of the round, and should be the game clincher, actually. Massachusetts going to get to 8.5. But Spring Arbor, they still have... This is such a nice move. Forces the king here, takes here, and mate on c1. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Nice find here from the Phantom Menace. Take that queen. You only have one block. All right, and with that, Massachusetts gets the job done with the round to spare. They win 8.5 to 3.5. Is that even right? Yeah. Spring Arbor, they've got one round left here today to try to get as many points on the board as possible for those tie breaks, because they do have one more week after this to try to catch up on standings. But this was a big one to lose, and this is Massachusetts' first win from match that I've seen so far. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Massachusetts actually definitely not the favorite according to the predictions. So a lot of fans perhaps upset. Massachusetts getting the job done. All right, round 4, the final round of the match. We will not be needing overtime. Honestly, these players are playing better. Like we're seeing Maiden ones. Well, half of them are. Half of them seeing things right. The other half perhaps not, unfortunately. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Um, we watched what division? Is it 15 or something? Yesterday we watched two 1700s mess up a king and pawn endgame, taking opposition for the win. But you know, time pressure makes a fool of us all. This is a blitz game, so they got to play with some speed. Anyways, yeah, Spring Arbor, if they sweep, it's still 8.5, 7.5 in favor of UMass. But those extra points can come in handy. All right, what just happened here? We have knight in the center and taking back with the fork. So Happy Pancakes up a full piece. Up a whole bishop already. Happy Pancakes with 1 point for their team. Let's look at their other games. We have board 4 here playing against Sydney. Yeah, these are the two board 4s. Honestly, Adam is a secret weapon, man. He's 400, but he is... Oh, we have the same tactic. Sydney. Someone on Spring Arbor, teach Sydney, don't do this no more. How many F-pawn pushes are there? Yeah, we can't keep doing that. We cannot keep doing that. Unfortunate. Trade the queen off. So perhaps still part of Sydney's prep, but not a good recipe for success in the long run, at least. Back-to-back games too, I think. Same tactic. White, yeah, super solid here. Takes. It's going to take back yet again. Rook check. Fancy. Okay, king here. Take this, yes. Let's look at some of the other games. How's Braden doing against Daniel? These are the top boards. These are the strongest rated players. 790 versus 766. Braden is the point leader for his team. Has almost half of his team's points. Daniel's actually the weakest player in terms of score. Only 1 out of 3 so far. And now playing against the toughest matchup. But maybe he'll get the job here and tie up his score. All right. Phantom versus Helfin. Yes. So just castles. Probably castles would be good for Helfin too. Hello, Wikipedia. Man, I need a nap after that. I'm just exhausted. I woke up early for this Temple match. Now I'm watching Massachusetts versus Spring Arbor in Division 24. And I just before this, I gave a lesson for Blitz Champs, which is coming to Maryland in next week from Wednesday, actually. Now you hear blunders this pawn. There it goes. Pawn down. I don't know what's the most hype game. Should we keep an eye on top boards? Should we cheer on for Sydney? Sydney, who's not given up? Yeah, University of Maryland. I guess it's College Park. Hello, Coot Cat, captain of UMass. How's it going? Your team just won. How does that make you feel? We're getting a live interview in here through Twitch chat. Was there any special prep for your players today in preparation of Spring Arbor? Saving the bishop. Following from class. Nice. Bishop takes with a check, and we might see some more checks to follow. Surely they play it, right? Yes. Check. And now there are more checks. I wonder if you could do perpetual, but I guess not. Unfortunately. As much as we'd like to see that. Double check. If this was a queen, my dude, that would be nice. That'd be a smother mate. But alas, 'tis just a bishop. King is coming in, saying I'll get the job done myself. Rook here, pinning the knight. Brutal, as they say. So now white can sack the rook for both pieces and be left up 2 pieces. That's the benefit of being up a rook. All right. Happy pancakes. Down a knight, but Clef's knight is pinned. Queen's going to try to come up. What do the ratings mean? That's a good question. The ratings are a reflection of their skill and capability, their strength. So the higher the rating, the higher skill and strength you have. Queen here, threatening to end the game in 1 move. Black can defend it. Queen here. Yeah, don't go here looking for a trade. Go down, honestly. Yeah, king here is decent. There's this check. And back to this check. Lots of checks to be played. How they relate to things on chess.com or Lichess. So the ratings are important because that determines who you play against. So if you search for a random game, it's going to pair you with someone near your same skill level. Because if it's too far apart, then it's not fun, right? For the most part. Or it's not even, it's not fair, I should say. So in the context of this match right here, right now, in the Collegiate Chess League, teams are listed by their average team rating. And then they're grouped into divisions. So these 2 teams have been placed in the same division because their team average is similar. And the division that we're watching is Division 24, which has a rating cap of 825, which means if you're higher rated than that, then you're not in this division. Yes, these are chess.com ratings. All right, Sydney's still losing. Lost a knight along the way. That's a pin. So gonna get some material. Maybe gonna grab the knight, actually. Grab the knight, and then you can grab the rook. Wow, Sydney putting up some resistance here. Still a chance of draws or stalemates. So you're gonna be down a bishop and 3 pawns. But that's a nice move here. You should take this while you can. And yeah, this is on chess.com. So chess.com runs the Collegiate Chess League. We have a draw here. They drew by repetition. Wow. Black up a piece. Decides not to defend the knight. Instead, just go for the draw. So, all right. This one, Black's moving in. Sydney's not a quitter. Sydney just keeps on fighting. Unfortunately, after the king moves, the rook was no longer pinned. So we really should have taken it, I suspect. Happy pancakes and Clef. So Kyle finally gets stopped. Goes 3.5 out of 4. Happy pancakes getting a draw there. All right, bishop back. Pawn push. Very low time for Sydney, unfortunately. And now this pawn is pushing. Pushing P, as they sometimes refer to it as. Less than 15 seconds. Bishop here next. Should just about do it. King here, giving up the bishop. Classic. Not taking the B pawn. Also classic. Hoping for stalemate. Yeah, pushing the pawns is smart. Get rid of them. They've served their purpose. Now they're just holding you back. Keep on pushing them. Yes. Love this one. This one now. Nice. Hide behind this pawn. On the dark square. Very nice. Check. Okay. So if you go to a light square, you get checked. Okay, here there's got to be mate. Here. Push this guy. Yes. And now what? Check. You go here. We're getting ready to push this last pawn. Helfin gets a win. Their first win of the match. Check again. So this is why it's good that you're always checking. And now this should be mate soon. Oh, push. And now rook here is a stalemate. All right, no. 3.5 for Adam. So the board's 3 and 4. Don't lose a single game for Massachusetts. 5 to 10 with one last game to go. Looks like black is up a bishop and some pawns. Should be able to convert here. Pushing a 5 should be good. Taking should be good. All is well here. Both players at 30 seconds or less. Daniel Kahn, top board from UMass, looking to go for an even score, 2 out of 4. Taking this. He could maybe pick up this bishop. Oh, rook check forces rook block, but if the king moves, we take the bishop. He's not blocking. He moves. Rook takes. This is a blunder. And now a draw. Check. Just more checks. All the checks. And if black ever takes the pawn on b5, we're going to take the pawn on d3. Here, rook takes, rook check. Pick up d3. And yeah, black up one piece. Sometimes that's all you need. 30 seconds to 18. Yeah, that was like, you just blundered a piece. They had a rook block, unfortunately, but they missed it. Here forces a rook trade, but this unfortunately loses because now king b5. Oh, sorry, king c5. See, even I messed that up. Wow, it was a win for black and now a win for white. But it's actually still far from over. We could see this messed up. We saw it. We saw two 1700s mess this up. Pushing the pawn, yes. Now the king has to go back. Oh, stays here. Okay, never mind. No, you guys, I am actually bad at these endgames too, as you can tell. King goes here. King a4 now. King here. Pawn push. Yeah, this is also not a good pawn to have, I imagine. Check and stalemate. All right, there you have it. It's a draw next, no matter what. I would say, yeah, probably pushing was a little early. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's show real quick for the people back home. You know, why is this a blunder? Because after the trade, you put the king forward. Yeah, putting the king in front of the pawn is a natural instinct, but the problem is white then takes opposition. We want to take opposition now so that when they go here, then we can go here. And then when they decide which square to go, we follow and then we push. Yeah, this is not so easy. Okay, probably we go here. Yeah. All right, we're gonna end the raid, or we're gonna end the stream and send you off on a raid. But thanks everyone for tuning in. This has been a real blast. This is the lowest division we've ever covered in Collegiate Chess League history. Division 24 out of 24. And honestly, the players played well. I'm actually surprised. We saw a couple rook blunders, um, and a couple draws and wins misses. But at the end of the day, UMass gets the job done. I believe 10-6. This game ended in a draw, right? Actually, 10.5 to 5.5 final score. So, yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Stick around, and I'll see you all hopefully back on Thursday, actually, because Thursday is our podcast. So, if you didn't know, we run a podcast, and this week we have a very special guest, actually, International Master Eric Rosen. So, yeah, looking forward to that. And otherwise, good luck in the rest of the season. We only have 1 week left, week 7 this weekend, and then playoffs. So if you're watching the main broadcast, Division One, we're gonna watch SLU versus Mizzou, and hopefully Webster versus Chicago for their first time on broadcast. But it's gonna be very exciting. We have some of the top 2 spots up for grabs to be determined, and yeah, hope to see you guys all then. Right, covering ASU match 2 days from now. Wikipedia. It's a good question. Maybe I'll have to double check because I'm not sure when that even is. Um, anyways, thanks everyone. I'll see you all later. Bye. Stick around for the raid.